Hello and welcome to Longship Gaming. Today it's going to be some Marvel Champions, as usual. And this time around it's going to be SHADOWCAT taking on the quartet of ne'er-do-wells known as the Wrecking Crew. I went on to the Marvel Champions database, looked for a relatively recent deck, and I found one that was a bit different. You don't usually think of Kitty Pryde playing Justice, but this looked like a lot of fun. And, I played her a number of times with different aspects, and time to try this one out. Not too much to say about this. I'm hoping that by the time this goes up, we will finally have the missing releases, the two last missing releases from 2025 in our hot little hands. And then we can end the year with some new stuff and go into the new year with a lot of new stuff to play. But we shall see. So, have a look in the description. I will credit the author and link to their deck. And I guess there's not much else to say. SHADOWCAT's one of my favorite X-Men ever from the era that I was collecting and reading X-Men. And hopefully she can carry the day here. So I'll be right back after shuffling up. SHADOWCAT versus the Wrecking Crew. Okay, I'm back, shuffled up and ready to go. We have Justice Served, Triage, Intangible Interference, Acute Control, Airwalk, and Phased and Confused. Huh. Wow, we have a lot to work with here. Let's see. If you thwart and remove the last threat from a scheme, ready. Okay. Triage. Well, we're not healing anything right now. Yeah, that's pretty good. Intangible Interference. Acute Control. Don't know if they're 100% needed right now. I think we might keep Airwalk. Like, it would be great to get these out early. You know, I'm probably just going to keep them anyway. So 2 X-Jet and Phased Strike. Okay. Well, I think I made my choice a little bit easier. We're not doing an attack or defense event, so I think we're going to be flipping over. Which one do we think we want? Do we want to be able to do an Airwalk? I kind of think we do, and that way we get to manipulate where we put the action counter, because it moves to the most threat. Okay. Okay, let's just leave it on him. Kind of make our life easier in some ways. Okay. And her ability was only attack or defense. We're not doing attack or defense right now. But the X-Jet, I think, is definitely what we want to do. And we want to do an Airwalk. Okay. So Phase Strike can go. and acute control to get the X-Jet. Use the X-Jet to pay for an airwalk since we're phased. So we're going to get everything off of clear the road over here, just because we can. Oh yeah, we need to be flipped over, and then we will thwart. He'll still be on 4. I don't want Thunderball's ability to go off. So I guess I'll just thwart Thunderstruck. Okay. And we're going to hang on to our intangible interference. 1, 2, 3, 4. Professor X. Okay. Quick shift. Ready to rumble. Daze, phased and confused. Okay. So, step 1. Threat on the main scheme. 1 for each of these. Then goes to the villain with the most threat, which is going to be Wrecker. Okay. Wrecker will attack. He's attacking for 3. I am going to defend. I guess I'll use Quick Shift since I'm already in phased, and this is a defense card. So he's going to attack for 3, 5, but we take nothing, and this flips over to solid. It's a forced response, yes. And we draw 2 cards. Okay. Encounter card. He gets his magic crowbar. Place 1 throw new sphere action. Okay. So we're going to put that just here. On top of Day of Reckoning. No, we'll put it over here since nothing else ever goes over here anyway. So just have to remember that's what he has. He has his magic crowbar. Okay. It's still on him, so that's fine. Let's see. Well, we can get an attack in for the cost of 1. We could phase and confuse him, because we're going to leave him with the most threat. So we either do concussive blow. What can we get to do here? So if I do 1, 2, 3, that allows playing out Phase the Confused, then I can play Professor X as well. Yeah, so I think we'll do that. So we may flip this over, which it doesn't really matter because we're going to be flipping down anyway. So we're going to phase and confuse. And we're going to attach that to Wrecker. Then we'll play out Professor X. And we will thwart. I think I want to thwart Thunderstruck for 3. We'll thwart Day of Reckoning so that he'll still have it. And I think that's where we're going to leave it. No, you know what? I think we do flip to phased. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Endurance, Power of Justice, Float Like a Butterfly, Forge, and Utopia. All these cards are very good for us. Okay. So. 1 threat goes on here. 1 on each of everything else. Currently has the most threat. He is, however, going to be dazed and confused. It's going to make him... He can't attack, and then he is confused. And then a counter card. Mystical Link. Put 2 threat on each side scheme. Ugh, that's a lot. Okay. Okay. So that goes up. I think these have to hit 10 for it to matter. But that's a lot. I don't think all the times I played Wrecking Crew, I don't recall them ever, or me ever pulling Mystical Link. Interesting. Okay. So he's confused. He's still going to be... He's still got the most. So we're going to leave it on him, and we're going to deal with other things. So we're going to do Float Like a Butterfly. We'll pay for Endurance with Utopia. Definitely think I need to thwart the main scheme. Oh, you know what I think? Hold on. Rather than paying for Endurance with Utopia, there's a better way to do this. Okay. So we will... I don't think we need Endurance right now. We will use Utopia and the X-Jet to pay for Forge. Then we can get Utopia back to our hand. Then we can use Utopia to pay for Endurance. Okay. Let's do some thwarting. We'll get one off of here. He's currently confused. We're going to flip. And then we have to flip to solid. Okay. As an action, we can do that. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. SHADOWCAT surprise. Lay down the law. Justice served. Stealth strike. SHADOWCAT surprise and Dazzler. Okay. So one goes on here. One goes on to everything else. He still has the most. He is confused. Encounter card. Mystical Link. Oh, wow. Okay. So, 2 are going to go on to this one. Which is going to make it... Yeah, it's going to go over 10. After threat is placed here, if there are 10 or more, deal damage, 2 damage to each friendly character. Remove all but 3. Ugh. Okay, well, Forge is gone. We take 2. Where are we at here? So that's 5. 2 are going to go on to here. Yikes. 2 back-to-back Mystical Links. And then this can become a 5. Huh. Okay. Wow, I think we better start knocking these guys down. Okay. Okay, we're going to go solid. Nobody's confused right now. Okay, I can get a lot done here. Who do we want to beat up? So his pile driver has got the least, right? But he's got retaliate 1, which kind of makes sense. So Stealth Strike, we're not being able to defeat anybody, so we're not playing that. Could play Dazzler for 3. And get a strike off. Against, so who's it going to go to? There's 7 over here. 9 here, which is a problem. 7 here. Okay, so pile driver is our biggest issue. So if we do justice served, stealth strike, and one of our SHADOWCAT surprises, and the X-Jet, that gives us Dazzler. Okay. Unfortunately, we're not. So we're going to confuse... We're going to confuse pile driver. So we need to thwart him for sure. We'll exhaust for a SHADOWCAT surprise. Do 3 damage. We take 1. Maybe getting rid of him early is the best idea. Always confused, so that actually would be 4 damage. Because of float like a butterfly. Okay. Oh, no, I should have done this in a different order. So we needed to do the thwarting first to use SHADOWCAT surprise. So I'm going to have 2 activations with her. So, let's get 2 off of here. So he's a 7, he's a 7, he's a 7. So I can choose who this goes to. I'll stand up again. And I think I'm going to thwart here. And have Dazzler thwart here. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready to rumble, genius, airwalk. Airwalk's really good. Oh yeah, sorry, I flipped down to phased. And stealth strike. Oh, and concussive blow. Okay. Alright. 1 goes on the main scheme. 1 goes on each other scheme. He still has the most, so he's going to be the one to activate. He is not going to scheme. He is going to attack. We'll just take it because we have phased up. Oh, defend. So we do have to actually defend here. So nothing, but as booster, give the active villain a tough status card. If they already have a tough, place 2 threat on their scheme. Okay, so he becomes tough as well. Okay. And we take no damage. So now we have to flip to solid and encounter card. Get wrecked. The villain whose side scheme has the least threat attacks you. So that would be... Oh yeah, sorry, this should have gone over here. So it's going to be Wrecker. I don't really have much of a choice but to throw Dazzler in the way. So 3. And it's going to go active to him. Okay. All right. That's a bit of a pain. All right. Yeah, so I think we've got concussive blow. So 1, 2, 3. Paying for a concussive blow. Is that the most efficient way to do it? Hold on. Maybe not. So we're gonna confuse him and then flip down, right? But the active is going to go to the most, and the most is going to be pile driver. Yes, okay. So, let's just get him confused anyway. So we're going to do it this way. Ingenious for concussive blow. So we're going to confuse him. And because we paid for it with a strength resource, he's going to take 4 because of float like a butterfly. Okay. Next. Since we will flip to phased. After using the resource, we will use an airwalk, and we'll thwart 4. What do we want to thwart 4 off of? We want it to go back to him, and we don't want to get rid of all of it. So he can stay at 8. We could just... No, we'll get it off of Thunderball. Okay. And then we will put out Ready to Rumble. We will flip this to solid. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Quick shift, strength, blindfold, Kitty's room, energy, lay down the law. Okay. Is that 1, 3, 1, 1. This will go to him. He is confused. Encounter card. Corrupt Prison Guard. Okay. I guess the question is, do I really care this turn if I'm punching anyone? Okay. Some of the stuff doesn't line up very well cost-wise. I would love to play Kitty's room, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Oh, that's such a pain. It's so badly lined up. So I kind of want to draw another card off of Kitty's room. So who's going to be... I have to get rid of the threat off a pile driver for sure, right? But he's not confused currently. Okay. So I can flip this as an action while she's in her room. And I think I don't want to overpay for it, and she's not an X-Man. Yeah, I gotta overpay, and then be able to draw a card. So another lay down the law, which is not terrific, but it's not awful. All right. We're in phase, so we can ignore the prison guard, which is fine. The problem is he is going to attack. So we're going to attack the guard for 2, which is going to cause this to flip. We will get rid of Ready to Rumble. We have changed form. So we will do a lay down the law using lay down the law. No. Using the X-Jet. We will thwart I have to get everything off of here. Because otherwise... Then we'll play Blindfold. Oh yeah, sorry, we had to kill the prison guard. Look at the top 5 cards in the encounter deck. Discard one of those cards. We don't have to, and to be honest, I don't think it even matters. So I'd rather just get Blindfold out to be able to do a thwart. And we are going to thwart 2 off of this. So now that means that all these are equal. And I choose where to move it. And I'm holding quick shift in hand to take the hit. I don't want him to attack because he's got the crowbar. Okay. One, two, three, four. So I guess what we'll do, we get to choose where this goes. We'll be able to ignore the hit. So I think I'm going to put it on, I'll give Bulldozer the card. Okay, so we have Phase Strike. Okay, that's going to be a really good one to go after Wrecker with. Ready to Rumble, SHADOWCAT Surprise, good old Lockheed, and Quick Shift. So we have, yeah, we knew we had the Quick Shift, so. Okay. One goes on to everything. We're going to need to deal with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all equal, so that being said, I'm going to move it to Bulldozer. Bulldozer will attack. He's attacking for 3, 4. I'm going to use Quick Shift to become phased. So nothing happens. First encounter card, get wrecked. The villain with the least threat attacks you. That's going to be Thunderstruck. So after he attacks, deal 1 damage. Okay, so we're going to have to throw Blindfold in the way anyway. 2. And we take 1. Okay. And then the second one, escape convict, sorry, and leading the charge. Discard the top X cards of your deck where X is Bulldozer's attack. Okay, so Bulldozer's is 3. 1, 2, 3. So ally event resource. Alright, so he is just close to having schemed out. Okay. Nasty. Okay. So I really want to be able to phase strike. Maybe I'll be able to play Lockheed as well. I definitely need to thwart over here. But he's still going to be the active villain, and his scheme is really nasty. Huh. I guess the question could be, I could do 9, 11, 9, yeah. No. Okay, so if I can thwart here. This is tough. I'm currently phased, so Lockheed could do a lot of work, and that would allow me to flip down, and I could hold on to phase strike for other turns. The problem is this convict. Okay, so I need to get rid of him. This bulldozer, which is going to do this. I could then SHADOWCAT surprise to wreck her for 4. And ready. Then play... Oh, then choose to flip again. Play out Lockheed. I am currently phased, so I can get 2 off of here. Putting him on 7. Then thwart for 1. thwart for 2. And do that. Okay. And then we're solid, so we heal to 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Power of Justice, Airwalk, Professor X, Stealth Strike, Airwalk, Lay Down the Law. Okay, that's a lot of thwarting. One goes on the main. One goes on everything else. They're all tied, so I'm going to choose for this to go on to Wrecker. Wrecker tries to scheme. He cannot. Encounter card. Prison guard. Okay. We're not in phased, so do we choose? We're gonna have Lockheed, myself, kill. Man, we can do so many airwalks as well. Okay. Heal 2. Flip. Stealth Strike using this and our Power of Justice to kill the prison guard. Which is going to remove 2 threat from a scheme. I think we'll just take that off the main. They're all, those 2 are equal. I think I definitely want to start digging in damage-wise. So we'll Professor X, will confuse Wrecker. Oh. Is Wrecker the one we want? Oh, I could do this a different way. So yes, we do want to confuse Wrecker, for sure. we would use the X-Jet and have one card in hand. Then we can exhaust Kitty to get rid of that and discarding our Airwalk. We did an attack using this, so we flip it back to phased. Okay. I think we want to keep it on him. We will thwart I'm going to thwart 3. Off of Bulldozer. Okay. I am not going to use Lockheed yet. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Intangible interference, acute control, concussive blow, energy. Interesting. Okay. 1, 1, 1, 1. Who do we want this to go to? I guess we'll just leave it on Wrecker. So Professor X is in the way, so attack of 3, 4. Okay. Encounter card, held hostage. Threat cannot be removed from thwarting. The villain corresponding to the attached side scheme attacks you, then discard this card. Okay. Alright. Well, I think that's pretty clear what we need to do, then. Oh, I think there should have been one more over here. Okay. Question is, so it'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't kill him this turn. I mean, it would be great to be able to start getting rid of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or maybe I just spread the love around. Okay. We're going to attack. So he's going to take 3. So he's going to end a 7. So we attacked. Now we're going to use this. No, we use this and this for a concussive blow. We're going to confuse Thunderstruck, or a Thunderball, sorry. Sorry, my timer gave out and I wasn't paying attention. So I've just hit him using Concussion Blow to confuse him, and then hit him for 4. So he's down to 12 and confused, which causes this to flip. But then I'm able to do another Concussive Blow, and I'm going to do that to Bulldozer, so he's going to go down to 11. Do I want to get him closer, or shall I get the tough off of Pile? I'm going to get the tough off of Pile Driver, because Lucky's going to go away anyway. So I did another attack, so it's going to flip like that. We're going to flip. We are at max health. So I don't think it's worth doing that. So we are going to do that and be ready to draw a card on our next turn. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready to rumble, SHADOWCAT Surprise, Lay Down the Law, Stealth Strike. That's a really good one for this turn. Triage and Justice Served. Okay. One goes on here. One goes on to everything else. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Currently they're tied for the highest, so I will keep it on Wrecker. He is confused. Counter card. Wrecker is going to scheme. Then move the active villain counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. Okay. Oh, so I think we just lose, because he's gonna, when Wrecker schemes, it's gonna put it on the main scheme. Wow. That was the worst possible card we could have gotten, and there's absolutely nothing we can do about that. Schemes for 4 and then we lose because they have been able to break out. Wow. That was pretty bad. That's really annoying. Because that was really the only card. Had it been any other, yeah, what a pain. Wow, you know what? I don't think I've ever lost to the Wrecking Crew. But I guess in this particular case, that was just the way it was. I think my mistake was I was trying to set up a turn where I could like take one out, then take another one out, then take another one out. So I probably should have... No, that wouldn't even done any good anyway. So I probably should have moved it over to pile driver. And I think that would have been a lot safer because he just schemes onto his own. Wow. But I did not expect him to be able to do that double scheme when he was confused. I thought I was pretty safe. Oh well, so be it. Yeah, I'm honestly a little surprised at that. Wrecking Crew is not necessarily that difficult, but they got the best of Kitty this time. I think, you know, probably Kitty and aggression is probably the best way to go, because then you can just burn them down and they don't really get to do much of anything. But I think I navigated that as best as I possibly could. So, oh well. All right, well, that's it for that one. And until next time, happy gaming. Thank you so much for watching Longship Gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It will really help the channel to grow and improve. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when more Longship Gaming content goes live. Until next time, happy gaming.